Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Sa videong ito, gusto kong i-share sa inyo yung orientation natin ng RPMS Ipcrf for Teachers 1 to 3. So ginawa ko po yung cut version ng videong ito nang sa ganon makafocus tayo sa mga needs nating mga Teachers 1 to 3 para sa ating Ipcrf this is school year 2020-2021. So, ang swerte natin guys kasi ang gagaling ng ating mga lecturers about this at talagang naibigay nila yung specific details kung ano yung kailangan nating i-meet for this school year. So, syempre, ang hirap nga naman na yung dati nating Ipcrf ang gagamitin pa rin natin in this time of pandemic. Although, alam naman natin na talagang nag-e-effort tayong lahat to deliver quality education despite COVID-19 pandemic. So I hope guys makatulong sa inyo to nang sa ganun makabawas tayo ng oras kapag gusto nating i-playback yung ating magandang lecture tungkol sa Ipcrf. So bago yan, I hope mag-subscribe kayo sa Teching Teacher. Salamat!
Afternoon sa lahat ng mga kasama namin sa Department of Education. Good afternoon, Sir Angelo Uy.
Yes, again, magandang hapon sa iyo, Sir Caloy, and it's nice to be with you this afternoon. I'm Sir Jello from the Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development. I'm from Binyan City, Laguna, Sir Caloy.
Yes, ako naman po si Sir Carlos Villamas III. You can call me Sir Caloy. Live here in Iligan City, the city of majestic waterfalls. And I am from BHROD. We are here to help you and guide you in the understanding of the PPST, RPMS PPST for school year 2020-2021. Sir Angelo, I'm so excited to know. Yes, tama po. So let's do the recap of the things that we have learned and that has transpired yesterday. Ayun. So, yesterday po, natutunan natin na merong 4 na phases, RPMS. Tapos, meron tayong sinasabing phase 1 na siya ang tinatawag natin na performance planning and commitment. Nakita po natin itong flow natin kahapon. Nakita natin na nagpa-progress from phase 1 to phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4 po. Na-discuss natin ang lahat ng tools na kalakip sa phase 1 yesterday and also the adjusted timeline. So, sa phase 1, naklaro po natin na magsisimula ito first week ng January hanggang school year first week ng January para po maintindihan at ma-discuss natin sa ating mga kasamahang guro kung ano yung dapat nilang maintindihan sa ating phase 1 para naman po makapaghanda sila sa lahat ng mga indicators and objectives related to RPMS PPST. Ayun. And after that, nalaman din natin kahapon na mga activities for phase 1 are, yun nga, maintindihan yung indicators, yung mga RPMS priority indicators po. Tapos we need to accomplish the Ipcrf and then we need to accomplish the SAT or the self-assessment tool and also to develop our development plans para po ma-improve natin yung mga sarili natin. Kung saan yung kailangan ma-improve, i-improve natin. Kung saan yung pwedeng ma-enhance, i-enhance natin. And part of that, the output are the signed Ipcrf development plan based doon sa SAT natin and then the signed agreement of the Ipcrf. Yesterday po, na-discuss namin, so nasabi ko sa inyo yung self-assessment tool. So this time, we want Sir Angelo Uy to present the SAT. Ano ba yung tinatawag natin na self-assessment tool? Sir Angelo, pakita po natin yung self-assessment tool para sa ating mga kasamahan.
Ayan, Sir Caloy, salamat. No? Kahapon sa ating first episode ay nabanggit na natin ang tungkol sa self-assessment tool at also doon sa ating electronic self-assessment tool. So ngayon, balikan lang natin kung ano yung mga napag-usapan natin kahapon and then gamitin natin itong recap na ito ng ating mga natutunan kahapon para mag-move forward sa ating episode ngayong hapong ito. So ayan, so ang self-assessment tool natin for RPMS ay meron tayong dalawa. So we have the SAT RPMS for Teacher 1 to 3. So those are the teachers using the Proficient tool. At also ang ating SAT RPMS for Master Teacher 1 to 4. So our highly proficient teachers. Okay? So yun yung ating pen and paper SAT. So pero meron din tayo na electronic self-assessment tool. At yan lang naman ay electronic version ng ating self-assessment tool for RPMS. So makikita dun sa we have been posting the link of all our materials since yesterday. At makikita nila ang pen and paper set natin in that link, and also the ESAT, the electronic self-assessment tool. So again, this is just an electronic version of the pen and paper self-assessment tool for RPMS. And also this tool, the electronic self-assessment tool, supports schools in analyzing school-wide SAT data of teachers to help plan for teachers' professional development. So sabi mo nga kahapon, Sir Kaloy, in-accomplish natin itong self-assessment tool ay magkakaroon tayo ng idea on how the teachers assess themselves on the on their level of capability and on their level of priority for development vis-a-vis the RPMS objective. So yan ay gagawin natin for the phase 1. At yan ay importante para sa ating school heads, sa ating mga division personnel para mas malaman pa kung ano pa yung mga kailangan na gawing plano para mag-improve or mag-develop ang ating mga teachers professionally. Ayan. So the parts of the ESAT, nabanggit na rin natin ito kahapon, but let us run through the parts. So meron tayong introduction dyan sa ESAT. Meron tayong demographic profile. You will be asked on your profile. So yung inyong name, yung inyong position, your employee number, and also your area of specialization, and then subject thoughts, among others. And then we have the objectives. So yung na-present natin kahapon na na 12 RPMS PPST objectives, including the plus factor, ay naka-include dito sa part number 3. And also, we have the core behavioral competencies in the electronic self-assessment tool. So ito ay ginagawa ng teachers or i-accomplish ng mga teachers during phase 1. So siguro after this 3-episode activity ay after na ma-internalize palalo ng ating mga teachers ang ating mga objectives for RPMS PPST, ay time na talaga para ma-accomplish nila itong electronic self-assessment tool. Okay? And then to give a background to all our teachers, our school heads, and our division personnel, kasi sila ang dito, ang frontliners on the accomplishment of the electronic self-assessment tool for school year 2020-2021. So you are seeing here a diagram showing the roles and responsibilities of the following key personnel. So meron tayong mga teachers na sila yung mag-o-open at mag-a-answer ng ESAT. Ang ating mga ICT personnel naman ang magko-collect at mag-generate ng summary results ng ESAT data together with the school heads. And then the school heads will facilitate the analysis of summary results, and they will submit the school summary results to the division office. And hanggang division office, yung ating results for the ESAT, ayan ay i-generate ng ating Human Resource Development section of the School Governance and Operations Division, and they will analyze the summary results in their division. So kung sakaling kailangan ng region ang data, they can provide using this roles and responsibilities that we are flashing now on our screen. And just a few reminders on taking the electronic self-assessment tool, kasi nga after nitong 3-episode activity natin, baka pagkatapos nilang ma-internalize pa yung mga objectives ng ating mga teachers, ay gusto na nila or talagang kailangan na i-accomplish ang ating electronic self-assessment tool. So first is, pakitandaan lang po ng ating mga teacher viewers ngayon na ang pagsasagot ng electronic self-assessment tool will require your honesty in assessing yourself in terms of your level of capability and priority for development vis-a-vis the RPMS PPST objectives. So, ayan po ay hindi lang basta tayo magtitik, basahin nating mabuti, internalize natin yung mga objectives, and let us assess ourselves with honesty. And then also, nabanggit ni Sir Kaloy kahapon ito yung mga technical requirements natin for the ESAT. So, yan, meron tayong MS Office 2010 or newer yung kailangan gamitin, and again, this shall be used during phase 1. And then each teacher shall have one ESAT collection file. Hindi nakatulad dati, Sir Kaloy, Sir Lester, I know that you have also experienced this, teacher ads, na tayo ay pumipila pa sa computer lab ng school para magsagot sa isang computer or multiple computers. Maraming teachers ang nagsasagot sa isang unit. So ngayon, meron na tayong Excel file. So macro-enabled Excel file yon, and then the teachers can have their own time on answering the ESAT. Bawat teacher isang electronic self-assessment tool collection file. And then the manual or the guide on the generation and analysis of summary results and the tool to support this shall be provided to the schools and schools division offices very soon. So ngayon po ang individual collection file pa lamang ang nasa link natin, pero soon, very soon ay ilalagay natin ang tool natin at yung step by step na instructional manual for the electronic self-assessment tool. So ayun, ang aking mga masasabi para ma-guide din ng ating mga kasamahang mga guro on how to carefully and also to carefully accomplish the electronic self-assessment tool. At magkakaroon tayo ng ng accomplished soft copy nito at magkakaroon din tayo ng opportunity to print the output, pero hindi natin kailangang ipasa yung ating mga printed output sa ating ICT coordinator or sa ating school head. Ang kailangan lang nating ipasa ay yung ating soft copy ng ating file, which is, pag na-explore nyo na later on, that is a password-protected file. So, yung pa rin natin, ang honesty and also yung privacy ng ating mga assessment results, self-assessment results. Ayan, Sir Kaloy, yan ang aking mga masasabi para sa ISAT.
Ayun, so thank you for that, Sir Angelo, no? So tama po yung sinabi ni Sir Angelo that we need to accomplish that self-assessment tool honestly, kasi nga po yun din po yung trigger or yun din po yung message natin doon sa school head natin, doon sa HRTD natin, na ito yung training na gusto ko, ito yung training na kailangan ko para ako'y maging better na teacher, a better version of myself. So ayun, so also din Sir Angelo, yesterday we talk about the things that we need to do, the timeline, yung after phase 1, ano yung mangyayari. So sa March, ano yung mangyayari din. So natackle din natin yan yesterday. And also, after the phase 1, we are suggesting that all our teachers will start accomplishing their portfolio, the documents, and put it in their portfolio para po masundan nila. Para po hindi sila mahirapan doon sa kanila, at the end of the school year, hindi sila mahirapan sa pag-accomplish ng ating portfolio doon sa teacher. Also, with the discussion yesterday, we discussed that there are COTs and also this COT rubric kung saan doon natin makikita kung paano natin i-rate si teacher based doon sa kanyang performance sa COT. Ayun.
Sir Kaloy at Sir Jello, ito pong mga questions na nanggaling din sa ating mga kapwa guro sa field ay inipon namin, pero gusto sana naming sagutan nyo ng medyo para exciting naman. Alam niyo po ba yung fast talk?
Fast talk, sige. Pang
alam
ito
yun. Kunyari, isipin niyo na lang ako si Boy Abunda.
Parang may
alam niyo naman po yun, di ba?
Sige.
Yes, alam namin
po yun. So, ganito gagawin natin. Meron akong questions, tapos magsasalita na lang si Sir Jello at si Sir Kaloy na mag-answer. Okay po ba yun sa inyo?
Yes.
Yes.
Ready na ba kayo? Kasi ready na yung cue card ko eh.
Wow naman!
Kung tanungin natin yung audience if excited na ba sila, sige, pakita natin yung thumbs up natin or heart naman dyan.
Excited na kayo. Sige, tingnan natin kung magaling itong sina Sir Jello at si Sir Kaloy talagang sumagot. Well, nakita naman natin na magaling sila. Pero, tingnan pa natin sa ating fast talk.
Sino ba yung unang sasagot?
Ikaw, Sir Kaloy.
Sige.
Kaya na po. Tapos sunod si Sir Jello. Okay. First question. Ilan ang classroom observations this school year?
3. Ay, 2.
Ano talaga, Sir Kaloy?
Talaga, so, iba yung iniisip ko, ay yung indicators yung iniisip ko. Yung classroom observation po na meron nagagawin ngayon is 2 lang po for the entire school year.
Sir Kaloy, fast talk to ha.
Ayaw nga.
Bawal mag-explain.
Ulit. Okay, take 2. Okay?
Take 2.
Ilan ang classroom observations this school year?
2.
Ilang objectives ang i-observe per observation period?
Teacher adds 3.
Ilan ang minimum number of observers?
Pwedeng 1.
Okay. Kailan mangyayari ang first observation?
Between January and March 2021. Di ba nagbabakal pa ako, Teacher Ads?
Kailan naman ang second?
That's after March until the end of the school year naman.
Okay. So, pwede pa rin bang isama sa portfolio yung ginawa ko last year ng October to December 2020?
Yes, teacher ads. At depende yan kung ano yung, sinabi mo ba kung anong mga materials ang ilalagay natin sa portfolio? So depende.
Yung mga
Tingnan natin.
items.
Ayan, kung IMs, ayan, pwede yan. Pwede
SLMs.
yes, pwede natin yung ilagay sa portfolio kahit nakuha natin in October to December. Di ba nag-explain din ako, teacher ads?
Oo nga.
Bawal mag-explain.
O sige, next. Walang tulog o walang kain?
Gusto kong matulog, gusto ko rin kumain.
Si Sir Kaloy talaga. Walang love life o walang sweldo?
Ako na ba yan, teacher ads? O sa
Yes.
kanya pa rin?
Sa'yo
Sa
na.
akin, pwede bang walang love life muna?
Kailangan mo yung
Ayan.
sweldo.
Walang love life. Baka naman dumating bukas, teacher ads, after nitong episode na ito. So pareho na akong meron, di ba?
Ay, sige, maganda yan. Gusto ko yan.
Naghahanap.
Okay. So, thank you very much po, Sir Jello and Sir Kaloy. Okay, so seryoso na ako. Sir Kaloy, ito yung phase kung saan magsisimula ito after nating magplano sa phase 1. Kasi, di ba, performance planning and commitment. Ngayon naman, ano yung next? Nakaplano na tayo at lahat. Ano na ang susunod naming gagawin, sir?
Yes, dito sa phase 2 po, ito po yung gagawin natin. We're going to look into the performance of the teacher and also kung meron tayong nakita, that's when magko-coach tayo. Tutulungan natin si teacher para siya naman ay mag-improve atin sa buong DepEd naman po.
Ayan, tama yan, Sir Kaloy, no? After nung nag-recap tayo ng phase 1, no, na internalize yung mga objectives, gagawa ng ISAT, syempre magde-development plan no, after the ISAT no, based on the results of that. Ngayon naman ay after nung January, ngayon naman ay year-round ay ma-experience natin ang phase 2 which is performance monitoring and coaching. At again, sabi mo nga kanina Sir Kaloy, no, it happens year-round, pero in the middle of the year ay kailangan natin magkaroon ng parang checkpoint. So parang kailangan natin na mag-mid-year review. I-check natin ano na nga ba ang progreso natin after the first few months of the school year or kung ngayon nga ang ating RPMS cycle ay nagsisimula ng January of 2021. So ayan po ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon sa episode na ito, ang phase 2 or performance monitoring and coaching. So again, we have the following activity, no? Sabi ko nga kanina ay year-round magkakaroon tayo ng performance monitoring and coaching. And by March of 2021, that will be our mid-year review and assessment. We will check the progress of our dear teachers, no, ang ating mga kasamang guro, hanggang saan na ba ang ating na-accomplish in terms of the classroom observation, in terms of the means of verification, and so on. So yan yung ating mga kailangang activities na gawin after phase 1. Sabi nga ni Teacher Az, syempre phase 2 ang kasunod ng phase 1 natin. Ayan. So ayan no, nakikita natin sa illustration ngayon sa screen na naka-flash, no, na talagang magkakaroon talaga ng interaction and that relationship between the ratee and the rater for this particular phase of the RPMS cycle. Okay, so that activity, no, will require us, our teachers, to accomplish these forms. And to, aside from accomplishing, may mga forms dito na kailangan nating basahin, intindihin no, kung ano yung laman ng mga forms na yan. And that will help us facilitate better yung ating phase 2 of the RPMS cycle. So we have the RPMS tools, maya-maya ay makikita natin yan. And then the Ipcrf, the self-assessment tool na pinakita natin kanina. And then the development plan for the Ipcrf using the performance monitoring and coaching form. So yung ibang mga tools dito ngayon ay na nababasa natin in the screen ay mamaya we'll discuss later yung mga tools na yan para mas maintindihan pa ng ating mga kasamang guro kung paano ito i-accomplish at paano ito nakakatulong sa buong cycle ng RPMS sa teacher's performance assessment. Okay, ang output natin, ayan, sige, Teacher Lester, ano po ang ating masasabi tungkol dito?
Oo, so since na pag-uusapan na nga natin yung forms, no, mamaya meron akong itatanong, no, very important na tanong and siguro makakatulong din no, that the teachers, both master teachers and teachers listen to this.
Yes, ayan.
Maya.
Yan. Sa mga viewers natin ngayon ay abangan natin ang tanong ni Teacher Lester at kung paano ito makakaapekto sa ating buhay bilang mga guro. Yan. So, ang output natin sa phase na ito ay, ayan, agreements based on the performance monitoring and coaching form, the mid-year review form, since again, in this phase ay meron tayong checkpoint, no, the mid-year review, and the updated Ipcrf development plan and our portfolio. So, yan ay ating mga i-accomplish na mga outputs so that makita natin ang progress, no, by the mid-year and also continuing, no, until we finish all the phases of the RPMS cycle. Ayan. Ayan, Teacher Lester, mukhang dito na ba? Related na ba dito ang iyong katanungan?
Feeling ko, no, sir, alam mo, lagi akong excited since yesterday talaga naman yung excitement ko. Sometimes I can't contain. Since sa pag-uusapan na nga natin yung forms, no, and mga tools na ginagamit, I think mahalaga, no, na I'm sure ginagawa na rin naman to ng aking mga kapwa master teachers. Kami kasi bilang mga rater at observers, no, at the same time, along the way, may mga nakikita kaming performances, no, mga incidents or actions ng ating mga teachers, no, ng aming mga mentees. For example, pwedeng ginawa sa loob ng classroom, pwedeng in doing other related jobs or activities, no. I think mahalaga na ito ay tinatala din namin, no, isinusulat, nilalagyan ng evaluation, nilalagyan ng recommendation for the purpose, of course, of coaching, no. Eventually, pwede natin gamitin to as a springboard for mentoring para sa ating mga teachers, no, Sir Angelo?
Yes, tama yan, Teacher Lester, no. Bilang isang master teacher nga ay alam ko, ginagamit mo na ito in the previous school years, no? Kung ito ang tinatawag nating performance monitoring and coaching form. And we do this again in phase 2, and this provides key inputs and objective basis for rating. Ayan. So, dito ay nakalatag lahat ng mga critical incidences na nakikita natin, no, as rater sa ating mga kasamahang rating. So, ayan yung ating yung performance monitoring and coaching form na mas malalaman pa natin na kailangan natin siya for RPMS school year 2020-2021 at ito ay magpo-form, no, ng very essential part sa ating RPMS portfolio.
So, ito, sir, yung pinipirmahan namin. Kapag halimbawa, nag-observe sa amin si master teacher, tapos after na observation, pinapapirmahan sa amin para proof na nagkaroon ng TA or technical assistance.
Yes, tama yan, Teacher Ads. At di ba, nung mga nakaraang taon ay pumirma ka na dyan sa performance monitoring and coaching form ng iyong rater. Baka meron din masasabi, no, si Teacher Lester kung paano niya ito ginagawa sa kanyang school at sa kanyang mga kasamahang mga guro.
Yes. Gusto ko lang din pong i-share, no, na in my practice, and I'm sure marami sa ating mga kaguro sa buong Pilipinas ginagawa rin ito, no. I think one of the rich basis of the PMCF entries is the classroom observation. No, kasi when we observe, ang dami nating nakikitang performance ni teacher, actions ni teacher na talaga namang nakakaapekto sa pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral. So I think that's one of the best, no, venues in terms of catching these critical incidences. And kapag may mga remarkable or good performances or actions that are worthy of emulating and that need to be sustained, syempre isasama natin yan sa ating PMCF entries. Ganon din naman, no, yung mga performance na kailangan siguro ng improvement, no, those that need improvement, it's also good that we include them in our PMCF, especially the critical incidents description column. I usually fill out the output column with the materials or maybe some tangible pieces of evidence that would provide further information regarding the critical incidents. So kung merong mga nakikita naman po natin, no, sa ating sample, kung merong mga bagay, mga reports for example, that really provide further insight as regards the incidents, then pwede nating isulat po under the output column. Doon naman po sa impact on the job, no, nilalagay natin kung ano yung naging epekto. Ako usually whether favorable or unfavorable, no? Whether maganda o hindi masyadong maganda, I think we also include that in terms of the impact on the job. But more importantly, kapag kailangan niya ng improvement, I see to it na kahit pa paano may recommendation tayo. No? Ano yung pwedeng action plan, yung simple steps that the teachers can do to enhance the performance. Pero I just have this reminder and maybe a practice that I really I really try and I really practice, no, na kahit needs, na kahit points for improvement yan, kahit hindi masyadong favorable, I think it's always good to use the proper words. No, I mean, if we always be kind, it will never go wrong. No, if we are always kind, we will never go wrong. So, I mean, kasi minsan talaga merong mga hindi magandang nangyayari, but I believe there's always there's always a good way to say it. And eto, last na. Ang personal take ko naman po sa PMCF, maybe it's not a very popular opinion again, feeling ko underrated siya. No, as compared to the RPMS tool sa Ipcrf, kapag sinabing RPMS PPST, hindi agad nababanggit itong PMCF. That's why I'm very glad na sa ating mga MOV for this year ay talaga namang gagamitin ang PMCF. And I believe i-discuss po yan ng ating mga hosts later.
Sir Lester, a question lang po. Kasi sa YouTube, kapag PMCF ang pinag-uusapan, hindi ko yan masyadong matouch. Kasi number one, hindi naman ako master teacher. Usually, ang tinatanong po ng mga kapwa ninyo master teacher ay, paano ba yan i-accomplish? Dapat ba isang ratee or isang mentee ay isang form o pwede nang lahat sila na mentee ko, nandyan na, nakasulat na lahat at isusulat ko yung mga dates kung kailan ko sila ginawa at i-accomplish ko yung form na yan.
And moving forward no, sa ating phase 2 na ating dinidiscuss ngayong hapong ito ay sinasabi natin na ongoing process ang performance coaching at feedback. And that's why year-round natin ginagawa ang phase 2 ng RPMS cycle. And these are provided no, by the rater and shall be sought by the ratee to improve work performance and behavior. So meaning no, pwedeng si rater ang lumapit kay ratee at pwede din the other way around. So that magkaroon talaga ng maayos no, na performance coaching and feedback. Makita ang progreso ng mga guro sa mga panahong natapos yung for example 2 buwan or 3 buwan at tignan no, kung paano pa makakatulong ang mga raters sa pag-move forward in the RPMS cycle. Ayan. And to wrap up yung ating performance cycle timeline no for phase 2 ay tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating pagpo-provide no or pagpe-prepare ng portfolio, pag-organize ng portfolio. Kasama diyan ang mga classroom observation rating sheets natin na mamaya-maya ay pag-uusapan natin kung kailan ba ito dapat gamitin at kung paano ito ipo-provide no or ipe-prepare, i-organize sa isang portfolio.
Now, going back to the question of Sir Lester, kung ano-ano yung mga indicators, meron tayo this school year. Ayun po, this school year po, na doon pa din tayo. Meron tayong 2 tools, RPMS tools for teachers, doon sa performance assessment nila. So we have tools, RPMS tool for teachers 1, 2, and 3, and they are the teachers who will be using proficient tools. And also, for master teachers who will be using a highly proficient tool. So meron po tayong 2. Make sure lang po that in the use of this instrument, we need to take down notes na meron diyang nakalagay na this RPMS tool is specific for the time of COVID-19, specifically for school year 2020-2021. So take note po, meron po tayong meron po tayong mga disclaimer na baka ma-confuse tayo sa mga tools. Ito pong tool na ito ay specific for COVID-19, school year 2020-2021. Di ba po, Sir Angelo? Pakita po natin. Ayan po. Ayan po yung notes doon. Ayan. So nakita po talaga natin. And we're going to look into the details of these RPMS tools. Titingnan natin sa loob, ano po ba yung mga objectives ng ating RPMS tool? Ang mga objectives po ay babasahin ko isa-isa. First po, though I have presented this yesterday, so I have to read it. So I'm going to read the first 4 ng proficient at saka highly proficient. Applied knowledge of content within and across teaching area. Ensure the positive use of ICT to facilitate teaching and learning process. Apply the range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking as well as higher order thinking skills. And establish a learning-centered culture by using teaching strategies that would respond to the linguistic, cultural, socio-economic, and religious backgrounds of our learners. Sa mga highly proficient naman or sa master teachers 1 to 4, ang kanilang mga objectives ay modeled, effective application of content knowledge within and across curriculum teaching areas, promoted effective strategies in the positive use of ICT to facilitate teaching and learning process. Ang pangatlo naman po, developed and applied effective teaching strategies to promote a critical and creative thinking as well as higher order thinking skills. At ang pang-apat, exhibited the learning-centered culture that promotes success by using effective teaching strategies that respond to linguistic, cultural, socio-economic, and religious background. I want you to notice po na itong dalawa dito sa first 4 na indicators po, meron po tayong dalawa dyan. Yan pong dalawa, ayan po, remind natin ha, take note lang po, ang applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum area and applied a range of teaching strategy, actually, hindi siya bago. Di ba po? Hindi siya bago, no? Parang familiar siya. Parang nagamit na natin siya last school year. Tama po, nagamit po natin ito last school year. Now, let's proceed to the next set of indicators. So, meron din tayong panglimang indicator po, which is planned and developed panglimang objective pala, planned and delivered teaching strategies that are responsive to the special educational needs of learners in difficult circumstances, lalo na po ngayon, including geographic isolation, chronic illnesses, yun, pang COVID-19 talaga, displacement due to armed conflict, urban resettlement and disaster, child abuse and child labor practices. Pang-anim, use strategies in providing timely and accurate feedback in accurate and constructive feedback to improve learner performance. And also number 7 po, for the teachers who are using proficient tools, selected, developed, organized, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, in addressing learning goals. For the highly proficient naman na mga teachers na gumagamit ng highly proficient tools, ang kanilang objectives naman, fifth objective, evaluated their colleagues' teaching strategies that are responsive to the special educational needs of learners in difficult circumstances, including geographic isolation, chronic illnesses, displacement due to armed conflict, urban resettlement and disaster, child abuse, and child labor practices. Pang-anim po na objective, used effective strategies for providing timely, accurate, and constructive feedback to encourage learners to reflect on and improve their own learning. Pang-ipito po, or pang-7, advised and guided colleagues in the selection and organization of development and use of appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, in addressing specific learning goals. So as you can see po, dito, sa set ng objectives natin, meron tayong dalawa dyan na parang, kaya ba natin itong gawin? So this objective is specifically selected for this school year as learners across the world po, sa buong mundo po, have been affected by COVID-19. The way teachers adjust and modify teaching and learning delivery is captured in this year's RPMS. So yun po yung nating gustong ipaabot, na talagang ang gusto ng RPMS ngayon ay talagang ma-measure, talagang mag-gauge si teacher doon sa kanyang mga ginagawa specific for this school year. Now let's proceed to the next set of objectives for those teachers who are using proficient and highly proficient tools. Number 8 objective, set achievable and appropriate learning outcomes that are aligned with the learning competencies. Di ba po? Wala naman sigurong gagawa ng learning objective na hindi align sa competencies, Number 9, build relationship with parents, guardians, and wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. Number 10, participated in professional networks to share knowledge and enhance practice. Number 11, developed a personal improvement plan based on the reflection of one's practice and ongoing professional development. Yun po sa proficient na mga tools for the teachers 1, 2, and 3. For those teachers who are using highly proficient tools, meaning master teachers 1 to 4 po, ito naman yung last set ng objectives natin. Modeled to colleagues the setting of achievable and challenging learning outcomes that are aligned with the learning competencies to cultivate the culture of excellence for all learners. Number 9, guided colleagues to strengthen relationship with parents, guardian, and wider school community to maximize their involvement in the educative process. Number 10, contributed actively to professional network within and between schools to improve knowledge and to enhance practice. And number 11, initiated professional reflections and promote learning opportunities with colleagues to improve practice.
Sir Kaloy, ang ganda nung alignment nung mga objectives for the proficient and the highly proficient ngayong school year na ito. Kitang-kita naman, nagbabago lang sa apply yung sa isa, tapos sa kabila modeled. So, parang parang yung katulad ng
Supplementary,
binanggit
no?
ni Sir Lester
Complementary
kahapon.
silang dalawa.
Yes, parang binanggit ni Sir Lester kahapon na talagang matututukan din nila yung kanilang mentee this year kasi nga, parehas lang ng ginagawa. Mas mataas lang ng level yung sa highly proficient teachers because they are mentors. Tatanong ko naman kung ano naman yung mga main MOV at supporting MOV natin for this school year. Kasi excited na rin ang mga teachers malaman yan.
Ayun. So, salamat, Teacher Az. Yung talagang, yung tanong talaga ni Teacher Az gives me the idea na talagang sinusunod. Alam na alam ni Teacher Az. Kabisado niya talaga si Ipcrf kasi alam na alam niya yung mga main MOV, mga supporting MOV. Yun po yung i-discuss natin. Kasunod na i-discuss natin. Yes po. For this school year naman po, meron tayong dalawang types. 2 types of means of verification or MOVs. Nandito pa rin yung main MOV, meaning this refers to the non-negotiable MOV needed to demonstrate the attainment of objectives. So yun po yung hindi natin mani-negotiate. Hindi natin pwedeng walain kasi nandyan talaga siya dapat. And also, the supporting MOV. The supporting MOV naman refers to the list of MOV ratees can choose from in the list of supporting MOV to support our main MOV. This is to attain the objective. So we just have to remember that for school year 2020-2021, only Objective 11 for both RPMS tools has main MOV and supporting MOV. Ayan. So I want to show to you ngayon, Sir Lester, Teacher Az, at sa lahat ng kasama nating guro sa buong Pilipinas, yung laid out. Di ba meron tayong 37 indicators po? So ngayon, saan ba sila sa 37 indicators ngayon? So ito po, isa-show ko sa inyo. So meron tayong kinuha from domain 1, yung naka-highlight po, sila po yung mga priority indicators ng ating RPMS PPST. And out of that 11 indicators po, 7 po yung classroom observable indicators. Yan po, ilalight natin ng green. Ayan, thank you Sir Angelo, no? May pag-green na. And also, out from that 7 observable indicators, palight nga ng red. Yan naman yung tatlo na merong classroom observation tool. Oy, ngayon you might be asking, merong classroom observation? Ano yung mga objective na yun, sir, na merong classroom observation? You might be asking that. Yes. Naisip na po natin yan. Kaya po ipapakita natin sa inyo. Ito po yung mga objectives. Okay, the first objective po is applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching area. So nakita nyo po dyan, yung sa unahan na MOV, meron po tayong sinasabing, ayan, the use of COT or Classroom Observation Tool. At tapos meron kayong nakita dyan na mga options. So don't worry, yung options po na yan, i-discuss po natin, iisa-isahin po natin yung mga options na yan sa ating kung paano ba i-observe si teacher in this time of pandemic, specifically for school year 2020-2021. Ayan. And also, part of this, para hindi naman mahirapan si rater ng pagre-rate, meron po tayong ipro-provide na rubric kung paano natin i-rate, kung 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 pa din. Ito po ay nasa observation tool natin or classroom observation tool natin. Ang pangalawang objective po na nangangailangan ng COT ay ang objective number 5, which is planned and delivered teaching strategies. Yan po, yung nasa objective number 5 or objective number 5 po. Same din po, kailangan din po siya ng COT. And para hindi mahirapan si rater, meron din tayong ipoprovide na rubric para alam natin kung 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 yung rating natin sa kanya. At makikita natin yan ulit sa classroom observation tool. Ang pangatlong objective naman na nangangailangan ng COT ay ang objective number 7. Ayan siya. So yun din po, kailangan natin ng COT at meron tayong option dyan. As I've said, i-discuss natin isa-isa ang lahat ng mga options na yan. And also part of that is meron din tayong mga rubric. Meron tayong rubric for that para malaman natin kung 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 ba yung rating niya based doon sa kanyang pagpapakitang turo. Ayan. So we have to remember as well that in this RPMS po, meron tayong alternative classroom observation. This alternative classroom observation po for RPMS is considered only for school year 2020-2021 due to the absence of or to the limited capacity of face-to-face. Kasi alam naman natin, no, hindi sa buong Pilipinas, talaga, sa buong Pilipinas, diverse eh. Iba-iba yung konteksto, iba-iba yung quarantine natin, community quarantine natin na level. So kaya po, we in tayo po sa Department of Education is advocating na sana walang face-to-face. Kung merong face-to-face still, we need to follow the IETF protocols kasi gusto natin lahat ng mga kasama nating guro sa buong Pilipinas safe at saka kicking sila pagpasok ng pag nasa new normal na tayo para ma-welcome natin ulit yung mga kasamahan natin or yung mga bata, estudyante natin sa field. So this time, iso-show na po natin, ipapakita na po natin yung tatlong options ng observation. Ayan. So meron sinabi ko nga kanina, meron tayong tatlong options ng observation. First one is the online observation. Ano tong online observation, sir? Ano to, sir? This applies to teachers who will adopt online synchronous learning, di ba? Meron tayong synchronous learning na online, no? So, pag online ka na teacher, nag-online synchronous learning ka, regardless of the number of classes and learners, you are going to have an online observation. Kasi online teacher ka. Sir, ang tanong naman ng guro ngayon, sir, hindi ako online teacher, sir. Pero meron naman akong video, sir, na nire-release para sa aking mga bata for those learners na walang internet. So meron akong asynchronous, sir. So paano ako i-observe? So ito, nandito ka sa option number 2. So if ever that option number 1 is not possible, then you'll go to option number 2. Meaning, this is observation via video lesson. This applies to teachers who will adopt online asynchronous learning in any of their classes and learners. So yun po yung mga options na gagawin natin. Basta, we just have to remember that a video lesson must have been used in lesson delivery as part of the supplementary materials or as one of the learning materials for online asynchronous learning. It is not the same as the TV lesson for TV-based instruction. Hindi po sila magkapareho. Itong option 2 lang po natin ay pwede natin gamitin if we are doing a video lesson for asynchronous learning modality. Pangalawa po na dapat nating i-remember, a video lesson must be SLM-based or MELC-aligned. A teacher can use any recording device to record herself or himself while teaching the lesson. Ang pangatlong reminder po is the video lesson can be stored in cloud. O ayun, di ba? Kung teke-teke ka masyado, you can store that in cloud or in any storage device or upload it online in the online class or in the learning management system. So yun po yung mga paalala natin. Sir, sabi mo merong tatlong option. Ba't dalawa lang yung na-present mo? Oy, lo and behold, nandito na tayo sa pangatlong option. Ano naman yung pangatlong option, Sir Kaloy? Ito yung observation of a demonstration via learning action cell. Oh, na-amaze kayo, di ba? Kasi ginamit na natin sa learning action cell ngayon. Kasi as we observe, this time, marami pong ginangyayaring learning action cell. So, dapat lang po nating tandaan that this option is only possible if si option 1 at option 2 ay hindi pwede sa ating learning delivery modality na pinili. Kasi, this only applies to teachers who adopt pure modular learning via print or digital format, radio-based instruction, and TV-based instruction. So alalahanin po natin, si option 3 lang po ay possible if ever si options 1 and 2 is not possible in our modality, in our classroom. Ayun. So RPMS, there should be 2 classroom observations. Yes, for the entire school year. Hence, ratees should submit 2 classroom observation tool rating sheet or inter-observer agreement form as MOV for objectives that require such. Meaning, yung objectives 1, 5, and 7. Kasi sila po yung nagre-require ng COT. And we need to also to remember this time frame. Meaning po, ina-advise po natin na lahat ng kasama nating guro sa field, please remember with this timeline po. for classroom observation number 1, we suggest that we're going to do that between the month of January to March 2021. And for our classroom observation number 2 naman, we're going to do that between the months of April and May 2021. Bakit tayo nagsasuggest ng mga timeline na ito? Kasi ayaw natin na mag-file up yung mga gagawin ni teacher. So if we're going to follow these timelines, mas lesser po yung gagawin natin bilang guro. At nakaplano po siya para hindi naman tayo mabigatan masyado sa ating panahon, especially this time of COVID po, na talagang nahihirapan tayong lahat. Ayun. So meron naman I know lahat ng viewers natin, meron tayong 116,000 viewers right now. At alam ko mix ito diverse ito ngayon Meron tayong viewers sa mga supervisor, mga PSDS, mga EPS. Ang tanong ngayon, ano yung role nila in this RPMS PPST? Yes po. The supervisors, example, the PSDS and the EPS may use the COT RPMS rubric in observing teachers. However, their feedback may be used in providing technical assistance lang to school heads and master teachers who are observing. However, your rating in that COT or in the rating sheet of COT po shall not form part in the RPMS rating of the teachers and portfolio. Uulitin ko. Si supervisor at EPS, pwede silang mag-observe. Pwede nilang gamitin ang COT RPMS. However, yung observation nila, yung rating nila, is only good for technical assistance doon sa mga school head natin and master teacher. At yung rating nila should not form part with the RPMS rating of teachers and their portfolio. Ang tanong, sir, bakit ganun? Ba't hindi sila pwede? Kasi nga po, based to DepEd Order number 2, Series 2015, specifically in Annex A, page 18, only the master teacher, head teacher and school heads can rate the teacher. Ayun. So, klarong-klaro, no? Hindi po siya gawa-gawa. Meron po tayong basis dyan. So, again, si supervisor and EPS, you can observe. You can help teacher. Tapos, yung rating natin is only for technical assistance and shall not form part in the rating of our teacher in the RPMS. Ayun. So, parang mahaba-haba na yung nasabi ko. Baka may tanong tayo bago tayo mag-proceed. May tanong po ba tayong nakikita sa Facebook natin na live? Baka may comment dyan. So I would like to invite all our teachers, if ever you have question, you have queries, meron kayong gustong malaman or i-clarify, please comment it down below. Babasahin natin yan. Meron tayong team na titingin doon sa comment box and then i-respond natin yung mga tanong ninyo na align sa ating topic for this episode po. And also for our teachers, kasama nating guest ngayon, Teacher Ads, Sir Lester at Sir Angelo, baka meron kayong tanong along the way or ngayon, right now po, bago tayo mag-proceed. Kung wala naman po, diretso lang. Just give me a signal kung walang tanong.
Sir, so far,
Clear pa naman, no? Wala pa namang tanong, no? Ayun.
Actually,
so now let's... yes
Sir,
po.
Sir Kaloy, sorry.
Yes po.
Isingit ko na lang.
Yes,
Kasi
yes.
sabi nitong may nag-send ng isa na hindi ko na nakuha yung name. Pero
Okay.
sabi niya, hindi po kailangan na lahat ng nakasulat ay ipapasa. May required lang po. Tama po ba ito? Kasi yung iba yata po ay nagpapasa pa rin sila ng lahat ng nakasulat sa ating mga MOV.
Sa MOV. Ang mga MOVs, listed MOVs po. Yes po. Ipapakita na natin yan mamaya kung lahat ba ipapasa o hindi. Nandyan po yan. Meron po tayong presentation dyan. Pero based doon po sa practice natin, even sa previous years po natin, hindi naman po lahat ipapasa. Meron po tayong specific documents. Don't worry, later before we end this presentation, we will give you a summary kung ilang documents lang ang kailangan per objective. Meron po tayong summary on that.
Salamat,
Yes, Sir Lester. Teacher Az, baka meron pa pong ibang tanong.
Okay po. Okay naman.
Okay na? Okay, so
Salamat,
we can proceed.
sir.
Proceed na tayo doon sa next natin na episode. Sa next part natin. So this time, we are going to talk about the objective and also ano yung MOVs niya. If I am a proficient sir or I am a teacher using proficient tool or highly proficient tool, ano naman yung mga MOV na i-attach natin? Okay.